Some species considered themselves gods, and used that to justify their cruelty and hostile expansion among the stars. Humans decided to teach the ultimate lesson about God. The Variksons, a small chinchilla humanoid race, had no defenses against the being known as realm flayers. These were powerful, omnidimensional beings, with no true shape as their form differed from one view to another, with the power to tear and sunder not just planets, but even galaxies with mere thought alone in their presence. The Variksons had planet-hopped over many generations trying to stay ahead of their omnipotent tormentors. That was until they met and befriended humans. The Variksons had warned and pleaded with the humans to flee and scatter. How the realm flayers could unmake a being within their field of influence. That time and space were mere playthings in their hands. But humanity stood its ground, and the day came that the two species would meet. A silent hush fell upon multiple worlds as they saw the broadcast of an unfortunate single-manned space vessel doing its delivery rounds between space stations. The pilot had heard about these realm flayers and the horror stories the Variksons had told. Skin peeled from the body, the air around the victim ignited to cook them alive. Beings aged into dust or de-aged into oblivion, turned into all matter of objects or lesser creatures, or simply popped like an organ-filled balloon. The pilot was able to activate the broadcast to the home base, and what was captured would become a visceral part of history. The flayer, an amorphous ball of ichor and black dust, as someone described it upon seeing the footage, simply sized up the human, seemingly interested in a new plaything. The human stood their ground and accepted fate. His death hopefully would not be in vain, as the recording will show some sliver of weakness that humanity can exploit against them. The flayer's form pulsed in excitement, seemingly unsure what to do to its newest toy, the energy around it pulsing and throbbing, the energy rapidly swelling until it gave out a great pulse. The humans and Variksons who saw the footage clenched and prayed it was a swift end for this man. But it would be no swift end, no mercy to be found, for the man stood there unchanged and unharmed. Both man and supposed God were taken aback. The realm flayer gave another rapid pulse, but nothing changed for the man. No ruptured organs, no transmutation of flesh to stone, no rapid growth of cancer or anything. In a fleeting moment, the flayer backed up in fear, and that fleeting moment of fear, the human sprung. He lunged at the amorphous mass, seemingly his very touch seemingly able to solidify the flayer to some degree. As he wrapped his hand around a section that seemed to be very neck-like, he raised his opposite fist and slammed it down upon it. For 3 long minutes the footage showed as the flayer was screaming and thrashing upon the assault of the man, bits of itself flying across the interior cabin, smearing its black sludge like essence in a disturbing and yet many would say, especially the Variksons, satisfying display of violence. In its last rattling death throes, it was able to speak in human tongue one sentence. "You cannot be immune. Our power, we are gods." The pilot smirked and reached for his Employee of the Month awarded coffee mug, holding the handle and smashing the top part, creating a jagged, sharp end. He only muttered back before the final strike, "What are gods?" to a non-believer. The event heralded new truths into the cosmos. The first was that humanity and Variksons learned that the power of fear and belief gave the realm flayers their ability to affect beings. Without that, they were helpless to the primitive yet effective assaults. And soon the beings known as the realm flayers would soon become the realm fleers.